Hi guys, Lady Random here and welcome back to Sky Factory 2. Now as you can see we are down below the new mob spawner. We have a way bigger tank built, and reason for that is that we were pretty much overflowing with mob essence for the previous episode. So we've now set up a tank. I've kind of tidied up some of the cabling a little bit here, so we've just got kind of the one sort of input output happening from here now. And we have, if I can find it in amongst all of this lot, there it is. No, not that. Try if we can click on it. There we go. Auto spawner working. Yep, we've managed to get one of the reusable safari nets. So at the moment we've actually got our wither skeleton in there. We've got it set to spawn an exact copy. So it makes sure that we do get a wither skeleton every time. If you don't do spawn exact copy, what you will find is that you will actually get normal skeletons as well. I'm after wither skulls, so I'm always going to spawn an exact copy. Loads of extra power gone in. I've put in a couple more Stirling generators. I have also been grinding my little butt off, and we have some level 2 solar panels in, so we've got 16 of those in. That took absolutely ages to grind for the gear for that, but that just means it gives us that little bit of an extra power boost, which is great, which we need just to keep the grinders running, keep the spawner running, and also just making sure that we're not kind of going through an absolute crap ton of coal. Talking of which, let's just put a little bit more in each, just because we are starting to run a little bit low. Where's the other one here? So that should keep that going for a bit longer. Now the other thing I have also done as well is, probably just see there, we have a chunk loader installed. Dead easy to make. Basically that is, if we go to, I've actually got a crafting square here, have we? Basically it's an enchanting table, and you kind of make like as if you're going to make a gold helmet with the gold ingots at the top. Enchanting table sort of fits in the little gap between that and then an ender pearl underneath that, and that gives you your chunk loader. So that means that this can now keep running even when I'm away from it. So hopefully that, though it might not actually be enough for triggering the blaze spawner to go, or for anything to actually drop down from up there, it does mean that this will keep going, which means hopefully grinder should keep going, and we should hopefully have a better chance of wither skulls. We've got quite a good use actually of the mob essence now, so that's not building up. And this tank, before I put it in, was again pretty much full to overflowing. It's now kind of maintaining a good sort of 50% full, which is cool. But yeah, happy with how this has come out. So what I will need to do is to carry on making some more of the reusable safari nets, just so I can put our other chappies in there. But for now I want to get the wither skulls if I can. Now you may ask yourself, how have I managed to get the safari nets? Bearing in mind, we don't do that, let's put that back. So reusable safari net, ender pearls, ghast tear. Bear in mind that in the previous episode I was bemoaning the fact that there were no ghasts, which is still a problem. Ulvra has been really helpful in the comments and has actually made some good suggestions with regards to ways that we can actually get around this. So that is something that I might try. It's going to probably involve angel blocks, I would think. So what I need to do is probably start a new island away from the spawner. In fact, what am I doing? I can actually go up on the elevator, can't I? So yeah, let's do some, a new island away from the mob spawner and build a room, effectively, that I can spawn ghasts into. And I'm sure there probably will be some way of doing that. There we go. Let's get that going. So you can see we've got the chunk loader working away there. But yeah, there is another way that we can get ghast tears, and it's one that I totally forgot about. And yeah, I think this could be quite a good way of doing it. Now, I actually had a comment, and I'm actually trying to look through YouTube as we speak to try and find where the comment came from. Bear with me, caller. That's really frustrating. Ah, could be on this one here. Right. Oh, rubbish. Anyway, I will actually come back to that, and I will put a quick note in the description, actually, just to accredit the chap who told me about this in the comments. But there is another way of getting ghast tears, and that is with soul sand. Now, soul sand is good. Ooh, lots and lots of things. Soul sand is good. You can get that using the essence. So we can use the nether essence in order to obtain that. However, that is painful to do that. So what we did was come up with this here. So this is a setup that uses witch water to create soul sand from sand, funny enough. And basically the way it works is you'd lay down a 3x3 block of dirt, and you use the ancient spores that you can actually get from breaking grass. So the ancient spores are actually the spores that will give you a mycelium. Mycelium reacts with water in a wooden barrel and actually produces witch water. You can see it changing colour there. And just watch it as it goes darker. Once it hits the purple, it's become witch water. It also causes mushrooms to grow in the mycelium, which is another great way of actually getting stuff for the old dirt factory over there. So, pretty easy. What you could do is sit there and keep refilling the barrel with a bucket and dropping a bit of sand in there, and you get your soul sand, pull it out, rinse and repeat. But automation is definitely a better way to go with that. Let's grab these mushrooms. So automation is what we have done. There's a couple of ways you can do this, but I found kind of the most efficient. There was a way that used transfer nodes. To be honest with you, I couldn't get it to work. I'm thinking there was something I was missing when I was trying to reenact what I've seen on a couple of videos. But this way does seem to be more efficient. The problem with the transfer node was that you couldn't actually see anything going on in the barrel. It just looked like the barrel was empty. For me, that was kind of a little bit frustrating. This way, though more expensive, is, I think, probably a nicer way, and it kind of does give you those visuals, which are oh so important when you're busy grinding away at things. So what I've done is I've built a infinite water source. In the middle of that, I've placed the aqueous accumulator. Not too difficult to make, a little bit expensive. That is this here. So that is bucket, pneumatic servo, which is 2 iron ingots, redstone, 2 bits of glass, a couple of copper gears, which is pretty easy. I've got the mould for that with tinkers, so they were easy to put together. Machine frame, I did the basic machine frame. Let's see if we can get that to come up, which is, just let it tick through these. Basic, there we go. So dead easy, tin gear, 4 bits of iron, 4 bits of glass. That gives you a basic machine frame. And just a couple of bits of glass either side. So that is your aqueous accumulator. And what that actually does is that will collect water from its surroundings. So we've plonked it right in the middle, and that is now sucking in water from our infinite source. I've used aqueducts here, which I have used. Which ones are they? Fluid ducts, even, not aqueducts, sorry. So fluid ducts. So we've gone just for the, I think it's the temperate fluid duct. Yep, that's the one, dead easy. So that is just copper and glass. That'll give you 6 of those. This is fine for using with sort of normal liquid, so water is fine, but it will break if you try and use liquid which is too hot or too cold. But this is fine for the purposes of transporting water. This will go into the side of your wooden barrel, which is great. Something that the Ender IO fluid ducts won't actually connect, so it wouldn't work for that. But that goes straight in there, and that will fill your barrel back up with water again. Just a basic vanilla hopper chest that I was keeping sand in, so that will automatically feed through. Now it'll only drop through another sand once the witch water has changed, or the water's changed to witch water. It will then drop the sand in, boom. We've then got Ender IO item conduits sucking out from underneath the barrel here and putting into this chest here. So as you can see, it's working away quite nicely. But we're probably running a little bit low on sand. Oh, well, we're not doing too bad. So that will just kind of like tick along on its own quite happily and make us a crap ton of soul sand, or that is at least the hope anyway. This crap we've collected up again. Dear oh dear. These stupid things. Right. That's better. Ugh. Inventory OCD. Yeah, so that's working quite nicely. And it's pretty good because you do need a lot of soul sand to get a ghast here. I think I've probably sieved 2 or 3 stacks. I've got 2 so far. I can start running it through the auto system, but it's just as easy to start running it through here. Just quickly. So we'll just see what we can get. Let's try and move some of this stuff out of here, just so we can see the kind of drops that we're actually getting from it. So we'll put you there. So just have it top row for our drops. So we will get loads of nether quartz, which is great, because you can make a form of glass from the nether quartz, which is needed for some things. Plus also it's actually quite a nice block to build with. So it's pretty much free. We'll try and do, we'll sift through a stack of this and see if we can actually get a ghast tear out of it. But it's a much less dangerous, albeit a little bit of a grindy way, but a much less dangerous way of trying to get ghast tears. Plus, like I said, you get the nether quartz, you get nether wart. I think you can get some of the heat sand. I think it was like the red. What was it? Got some the other day. Let's have a quick look. Where did I put it? Earth did I do with that? Put it in here. What did I do with that, I wonder? Well, I don't know what I've done with that, but you can get, it's the, so excuse me, the red sand. I'm sure it's the heat sand, so it's the one that, if you stand on it, it burns your little toesies. Might be lucky, we might actually pick some up at this. I mean, it seems to be that we pretty much get, excuse me, pretty much get nether quartz with every bit that we sieve. Oh, what have we got there? Oh, a blood sapling, bloodwood sapling. Oh, that's great. That's great. Now that needs to go upside down on netherrack. We did also get... Oh, do you know that something really weird has happened? Does that mean my ghast tear's gone? No, that's still there. Now, I had a bit of a weird thing happen the other day. That, we'll carry it. Ah, there we go. Heat sand. That's the stuff. Ah, no, I think I may have put that downstairs in my Natura things. That might mean that actually the sapling is down there as well. In which case, I shall take back what I was going to say. But what I was going to say was I had something slightly peculiar happen, that the thing with your dear item frames, where I lost those 6 there, just disappeared for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Which was a little frustrating, so we've had to remake those, and we've lost the bits that were attached to them. But never mind. Another bit of heat sand there. No ghast here as yet, though. What's that? I think that is tainted soil. Tainted soil, yeah, we've got some of that as well. So that's another thing that you can get from this. And, that's the sapling that we got, I think. Oh, no, ghostwood. No, we didn't get ghostwood. I think we got one that did chalky apples. Another heat sand. More nether quartz. More heat sand. More nether quartz. Come on, give us a ghast here. You know you want to. It's quite dull. And grindy. What I'll probably do is actually go and put the other one down into the auto sieve downstairs. It's also a nice way to try and show you guys the stuff that you can get from this. So you will get some saplings. So these will be the saplings that will actually grow in the nether. Or sort of in the modded nether. Bloodwood is a great red wood. Plus also it's fire resistant. So you can make doors and bits like that out of it. So that's kind of handy for using if you're playing with lava. 8 more to go. Come on. Just one ghast here. Please. I've got plenty of heat sand. The tainted soil will be useful, but there is something that we will need to do at some point that will involve creating tainted soil, but at least we have another way of getting it as well. Okay, so we weren't going to be lucky there with the ghast here, but you get the idea. That is another way of getting it. That is much less dangerous than trying to get it out of the nether. But I think I probably will still go and... oh, there we go. There's our heat sand, our tainted soil that we got last time. I will still go, I think, and just throw that in there, I think. Ooh, look at that. We are over full. Let's see if we can put you... Yeah, it's backing up a little bit now, isn't it? But this is coming along quite nicely. So I've just had this grinding gravel. 34 diamonds, 35 emeralds so far out of it. Getting some nice amounts of coal, nice amounts of ore, which is good. No, so it's Natura and your Natura as well. There we go. Darkwood saplings. So that's quite a black wood. So I think probably we will get those also growing at some point. With the bloodwood or the blood sapling, that needs to be planted upside down on netherrack. But we have netherrack, which is good. We've been able to make that with our machines that we have. We have gained a lot of rubbish, haven't we? You need to go back upstairs. Put you into... let's stick you in our enchanting chest for the time being. But yeah. So that is soul sand. Put some more furnaces in, just to try and speed up, because obviously running all of the extra generators downstairs means that I need more fuel. So extra furnaces, that is purely for making the wood. Let's just get rid of this lot out of here for the moment. And we should go and see if we can try and trigger some wither skulls. Where are we? About 19 minutes, that's not too bad. In which case, actually, let's just pop down to here. And what do you reckon? This is the void stone that we were looking at in an earlier episode, that I have now replaced all of that bloody horrible pink wood. And I think this looks much more witchy. I may eventually swap out these bricks for another form of the void stone. But for now, I'm kind of happy with that. It kind of sends your eyes a bit funny still. But we have still got our runes, and we still have our golden chalk that we need to make. Now, that is something we could do. Now, I am going to need to go upstairs and collect something out of here. So that is my other wither skull that I got whilst hunting in the nether. And there is a reason we need this. Ulvra again very, very kindly reminded me of one vital thing that I was missing when I was trying to make the golden ritual chalk. If you remember back to the episodes, whatever happened, I was popping it into the cauldron every time I was trying to put it in there. It was spoiling and we were just ending up with this bucket of ick. So, what we should do very quickly is let's get our water. Let's fill up our cauldron and we shall get that boiling. We shall get our ingredients for our ritual chalk. So that is one of those. The golden nugget. That is our chalk. And we also need mandrake root. Let's grab... Is that our mandrake root? Pretty sure it is. Yeah, mandrake root. Okay. Let's put the rest of you back there. So that is what we need to throw in. We put in chalk very quickly, just double check that. Ooh, all chalk in capitals even. Golden chalk, so mandrake, gold nugget, ritual chalk. That is what we need. Now, what I failed to notice was the fact that it is actually to do with the altar power. And I didn't have enough. Altar power, as Ulvra correctly pointed out to me, needs to be 2,800 or more. At the moment we are sitting at 2,000, well 2,600 is the most it's going to get up to, assuming that nothing is going to be used. So, in order to boost that, with a skeleton head, that is now giving us, there we go, see that ticking up, that should get up to 2,800. And it will take us up to 3,508, and it is at times 5, which is great. So we now, she says quite confidently, should be able to make our golden ritual chalk. So let's do this. So, mandrake root, golden nugget. Now what we need to do is take this thing off of our hotbar. Because that is just sucking up everything. So we'll try again. Right, you need to go away. You are just going to have to go in there for a minute. Can't have you on me. Right, try again. So, mandrake. Golden nugget. Chalk. There we go. That's more like it. Yay! Oh my god. Have we got some kind of effect happening? Oh, we have. We're paralysed. Oh my god. Oh, that's horrible. Please stop. Oh, it's better. Oh. That was not nice. That was not nice at all. Don't remember that happening before when I made this, but... yeah. But we do have our golden chalk. Yay! Right. So on that basis, we should now be able to complete... There we go. So we now have our final rune that we needed to complete our magic circle. So that does now mean that we will be able to actually start, or go back to even, a little bit of our witchery up in the coming episodes, and do some of the brewing and circle magic involved in this. So yeah, thanks to our little witherhead over there. Another reason why I need to try and get some more of them, because now I've lost that one. So back to needing 3 to get the wither again. And I'm not using the one I framed, which is the first one I got, because that's the first one I got. You've got to have it as a trophy. Okay, let's very quickly just pop and gather these mushrooms quickly. Your lovely supply of mushrooms for composting. And we're already building up quite a nice supply there of soul sand. Are we out of sand? We are out of sand. Well, that is just no good. Let's whip in here quickly. Hopefully we've got a stack of it there. And let's just take what we've got out of here for the moment, I think. Should I stick that in the chest? That'll give us another couple of stacks anyway. Okay, so you in there. That should get that going again. But yeah, we'll just take a quick wander over to the spawner. See if we can see a nice wither skelly generate. Which hopefully we shouldn't be too far away. Let's go and have a quick... Is that just skellies dropping? Yeah, I think it is. Let's go and have a quick look and see how far away we are from generating one. Well, it's ticking up quite well. What we'll do is we'll wait for that to get up to about here. And that should then spawn us our wither skelly. One of the other things I've done, I've actually put some whitelists into the 5 chests along here, just to try and get rid of some of the items that we seem to get an excess of. So we have blaze rods in here, we've got manicchio there, we have bones I believe there, arrows and bacon dust or gunpowder is in those chests there, which just means that we've got those 4 there that is free for the other drops. I have also been compressing down the... How's this getting on? Nearly there. Might as well head up. Yeah, I've been compressing down the loot crates. What you can do is with 4 of the same type, you can actually stick that into your little crafting square and you can compress those down and make that into the next version. So that's quite a good way of saving on a bit of storage. See here, we've got absolutely stacks of them. So we'll need to kind of compress those down and get some of them open because the storage is taking over somewhat now. Hopefully we haven't missed it. Should get a wither skelly spawn very, very soon. Too many blazes. Did we miss it? Oh well, that's just dumb, isn't it? Rubbish. Let's have a look. Yeah, we did. Let's just let that tick up again. Because it would be nice to show you. You see the power's kind of, it's just about enough to keep it going. Progress wise, it was ticking quite slowly until I actually put the extra furnaces in. Mob essence again. It's pretty much holding its own. What are we out of? We've got energy, we've got mob essence. That's ticking up. Shouldn't be too much longer, but yeah, you see it's sort of kind of maintaining. It's actually starting to drop a little bit as well, so maybe we need to actually sit here and let the grinders do a little bit more work. Just to try and make sure that we actually keep up and we have enough mob essence to actually make our wither skelly. Really get up to about 350. And we'll pop upstairs again. There we go. Hopefully we should then catch our wither skelly spawning. It should happen any moment. And hopefully before the blazes start coming down too far. There it is. Perfect. Hi! Give me your skull. Go and get grinded. Come on, get grinded. Give me your skull. Yeah, I see you. Why don't you come over this way? Just looking at this, it's almost like... I think he can. Track, there we go. That's him gone. Right, let's go and have a look and see whether we got lucky. What have we got so far? So now we've got a load of coal, which shows how many we've killed. Plus also some necrotic bones, which you don't see that many of. But no skull, it seems. Well, that is a shame. That is a shame indeed. But hey, never mind. Right, okay. Well, I think at that point we are going to call it an episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And we shall see you in the next one. Take care.